Hi, everybody. Okay, so the next step for us after we're done with the fiction article or the fiction text is we're going to move into informational. And so before we have the kids read the article and do the analysis with the informational graphic organizer, we're going to start by having them fill in a prediction chart. And so the goal of the prediction chart is to give them an idea of what the text might be about, and we can preview the text features, and that's going to help them make sure that as they're summarizing and jotting that they're kind of staying on the right track. Sometimes they get distracted by things that they find important in the text, and they're not always focusing on what the author is saying is important in the text. So the first thing we do is we just have them look and see what the title is and see if they can predict the topic. So for this one, our title is How the Need to Belong Influences Human Behavior and Motivation. And so we would write that down, and it's really long, so I'm not going to write the whole thing down. But I would predict that this article is going to have something to do with how people need to feel like they belong and how that might make them behave or make them want to do stuff. So something to do with belonging and then influencing or causing how people behave, something like that. So then I'm going to preview, are there subtitles or headings? And there are in this one. So I've got this one, and I want to point out where that is, how the need to belong influences behavior. And then over here, there's another one, why the need to belong is an important motivator. And so one thing I notice about both of those subtitles is that this one kind of has to do with that first part of the title, the main title, because it's about behavior. And then this second section is why the need to belong is an important motivator. And so I've got behavior and motivator. So it's basically just taking that title and splitting it up into two pieces. So yes, and if it were in front of the kids, I would probably have that already filled out, or I'd fill it out with them. And then I'm going to say it's kind of the same. It's belonging or feeling like you belong, and something to do with behavior, and something to do with motivation or feeling like you want to do something. And kids might need some vocab. They might need to look up motivation if they don't know what it means. Are there bolded or italicized words? And I often find kids know bolded. Sometimes we need to review what italicized means, because sometimes they skip italicized words, and they really shouldn't, because those are really important. I don't see anything bolded or italicized except for the title and the heading, and nothing over here. So nope. Are there words that repeat? I'm not going to go through every single word and see what repeats, but I will say that in the title and the subtitle, behavior, motivation, and belong are in all three. So I'm going to jot that down again. Behavior. Sorry, my handwriting is horrible, and I'm holding my phone too. Belong. Okay. Images. Nope. So that's an easy one. You just skip it if there's none. Graphs, tables, and maps. No. What do I think that the main idea of the article will be? Well, and I'm going to use the STEM, and you can have them do a turn and talk before they write. I think the main idea of the article is going to be something about how people need to belong, and it makes them do certain things, and it motivates them to do things. So I think the main idea of the article is that the need to belong has an impact on how people act and what they want to do. And so that's kind of how we use the prediction chart to make a prediction. We're not always right about our prediction, but we do find that it does help the kids kind of have an idea of what the text is going to be about, and it makes it a little bit easier for them to comprehend, especially our more struggling readers. All right, here we go.